Ha ha ha! Let's go, you guys. Let's go. 2-0 win against Spurs. Another win against Tottenham this season. They continue to remain that club that keeps on giving. With how our form has been so indifferent these past 4 games, it's actually a real blessing in disguise that our next game was going to be against the Spurs team, because we've completely outplayed them, annihilated them, and showed the vast chasm of levels between Spurs and us. And just imagine just how much further we have to go to be like a team that's challenging to win the league, to be the favourite to win the league. We're nearly there, you guys, and I think, and you could see it on the field today, you guys. Look at the intensity levels we saw from the team. I saw many performances today with players clearly looking to prove some doubters wrong, clearly having something to play for in the game today. And at times, it really felt like we were just bullying Tottenham time and time again. There was absolutely no respect for them. We looked too strong for them. We were too intense as well too. And it's no surprise why the levels continue to grow between us and Tottenham Hotspur, you guys. But today there was actually so much to unpack in this game, from some outstanding individual performances to a new formation change as well in the game today, plus many more details like goals and moments, and of course refereeing decisions that I have to give my opinions on, you guys. But I think to start with things, we have to discuss the surprise formation change today, because we saw formation today that I've been wanting to see for a very long time. 4-3-3 came back. We saw Ziyech playing wide on the right hand side, Hudson-Odoi down the left. 2 attacking players in their best position with Lukaku up front, and the midfield, cover Mount with Jorginho behind. For me, I feel like this is the final formation that we'll eventually have to see, because it's the best way to make the most of our very good individual attacking players. Now, 2 players absolutely key to this system working today was Cover and Mason Mount. Now look at the positions that both Cover and Mount were taking in midfield. They were in those half-space positions, and the beauty of having players like Cover and Mount, players so comfortable at receiving on the half-turn. Some of the best half-turn skills in the Premier League is that it quickly transitions defense into attack, you guys. By picking those positions up to receive passes in the half spaces, it literally pinned back Spurs as fullback and their centre back as well too. It made their midfield players have to occupy the spaces in behind as well, and this constantly freed up space for Hudson-Odoi and Ziyech. And when you have players like Hudson and Ziyech, players that have the ability to of course take shots on goal, but then they can cut inside, they can cross, they can roam in fields, they can play make, they can do so much more. You create those avenues and options for them. And it's no surprise today that both players played a big part in helping us get this dominant win against Tottenham. The game plan was clearly to isolate Hudson and Ziyech. How many times did we see Mason Mount and Cover making those wide runs to just stretch Spurs' defense even more, creating even more 1v1 moments against Tottenham? It worked so well, and of course, in customary like Tuchel fashion, this was another asymmetrical system where off the ball it did revert back to a back 5. Now the fullbacks didn't really push up too much, for good reason, because Tuchel always wants to keep that balance in behind and never allow us to be open on the counter attack. So this was a formation change that I want to see, and for me this is the future one to use, because I was looking at performances today. I was looking at how Mount was playing as like that advanced type of box-to-box mids. I was thinking, yo, imagine if Havertz was playing in this game or even came on. For me, that is the type of position I want to see him in. So let's hope we can see more of this 4-3-3, because one player that seems to benefit the most from every single formation change is none other than our wizard and Ziyech. I mean, you guys, this is why I've never ever made that hasty decision to be too critical of Ziyech. As I've said for a long time, he has been used out of position. All the times when people were saying sell him, he's not good enough, he was like stat padding from a weak league. When you use players in their best positions, you see new differences in how they approach the game, and I think Ziyech is living proof of this right now. Now this season, he's been working a lot harder than he did last season, which has been the most impressive thing for me. And now that he's more physically capable of playing in this system, we're seeing Ziyech now where playing in his best position, he really shines. I mean, my God, some of the delivery he was playing from that side, wow. No one can pass the ball like him in this team. But we're screaming for creativity, yet we have this creativity already in the squad. And it's up to the manager for me to find that system that balances our great individuality in attack, as well as keeping that strong defense that we know this team has. Ziyech was cutting inside, he was testing Lloris, he was playing those lofted through balls in behind, he was looking to take on his man as well too, combining very well down that right hand side with Mason Mount. Let's please pray and hope that Tuchel keep some attacking consistency right now, and let Ziyech have more time to gel even more in the team. I honestly believe that he's one of our main players, and if we can find a way to really get the best out of him, he can really transform how we create chances and how we attack. Obviously, you have to talk about that goal. What an absolute start and a golazo. That's another rocket we've seen from Hakim Ziyech in the space of a week. And I've been saying since before, I'll be happy this season if I see at least one golazo score from Hakim Ziyech, because I know he has them. And playing and cutting inside from that right hand side, receiving in those areas, this is when he has the opportunities to take shots on his stronger foot. So I really hope that we see all these details, because sometimes, when players have to do different things, we have to expect different outcomes. But another player that really impressed today as well too was Callum Hudson-Odoi. I mean, that involvement for the first goal, I mean, wow. That run he went on, because he was finding it quite difficult actually. Spurs were doing really well to get really tight and aggressive against him, and they were forcing him backwards time and time again, pressing him on a stronger foot. So Callum had to start taking responsibility into his own hands, and now he has the upper body strength to right challenge his ball now, and then he has that skill to create the spaces for himself, attack them. And boy, was that drive needed, because he played that pass half the way to Hakim Ziyech, and honestly, you guys, the rest was history. That's that dipping effort. Like, I swear, like, time actually froze for a few seconds. I was literally just like, I just gasped when he scored that goal. Aesthetically pleasing and beautiful. Let's hope we see more of Hudson-Odoi and Hakim Ziyech, because for me, I think these guys are actually sick when they're playing together. And I have to quickly mention Mason Mount, who for me was like the embodiment of all the good things we did today. Now, he deservedly got an assist today, putting in countless dangerous balls from set pieces and from free kicks, corners, from so many things, you guys. We know what Mount can produce for the team, and I feel like when he takes set pieces, it actually benefits our defenders more. Like, if you guys realize, like, our defenders get on the end of more of Mason Mount's corners compared to other players taking set pieces, and I think it's because that technique of the ball, like, coming outwards again too, is much easier for defenders when they're actually running to attack the header. So outstanding from him. He worked so hard, he pressed so hard, tactically on point as well too, and produced so much quality with those dangerous cutbacks. Big performance, big player, and this is why for me this guy has the potential to go all the way in our history. But of course, there were some controversial moments in this game, as there always is. VAR again resurfacing in another game versus Tottenham. Now for me, it was pretty indifferent. Number one, God knows how Doherty is still in the fields. I mean, that was a straight reds on Sarr. It was a tired, late delayed challenge, and I don't understand why that wasn't given as anything. That didn't make any sense to me. I know it's kind of nonchalant, but seeing that on VAR, for me, straight reds. And this game, it gets even easier for us. But I guess it came back in the end, because of course, Harry Kane had a goal disallowed. Now for me, it was he quite obviously pushed Thiago Silva to create that space for the shot. I mean, if he didn't push his arms out, that ball's not going to him, because Silva had that angle covered. I don't understand the controversy on TV. Clear foul, and I guess that's VAR's attempts to redeem itself. But today, you guys, we looked so threatening, attacking. That's what I really love to see about this performance today. I felt like, even for Lukaku, who had a decent performance, I thought that he grew stronger, especially in the second half. The hold-up play was there, getting more favourable service balls to feet as well too. The link-up play with others, and a few shots. I felt like, at least today, he was getting opportunities created for him in a lot more dangerous areas and positions than what we've seen before. On 2 occasions, yes, he could have done a bit better with those shots, but more of that type of service, and I feel like his confidence will naturally just creep back up again, because I thought today, he really led the line quite well. So many great opportunities throughout. I'm looking at Mount taking shots outside the box. Hudson-Odoi had another opportunity as well earlier on during the game too. And I think when I look at Callum, I see a player that has those attacking instincts. I feel like when he naturally gets that full confidence in front of goal, he's going to be an outstanding player. And let's hope, like, playing in a more favourable position that encourages him to be on the ball more, create space, create danger, can really help unlock more parts of his confidence ever since he picked up that Achilles injury. But on top of that, you guys, it was nice to see some real dangerous moments created and made. I feel like normally reports always say our XG far exceeds what it should be, and I think that's for good reason, because creating like quality chances is something that's not as consistent for us, and that is the final thing we need to be real real title contenders. But today, you guys, I saw a team that was willing to right a lot of wrongs that's come up over the past few weeks. A team that looked hungry, that looked fit, that looked sharp. And now that we're starting to go into a new month with many big games to come ahead too, this is the type of energy I want to now see the team playing with. And let's hope we see more of a continuation of a 4-3-3 use and more consistency in attacking selections. Because for me, you guys, this formation is key. We have the midfield players to really run that. And as I've been saying, take your calculated risks. Tuchel did that today. You reap the rewards, you guys. And let's hope we see more of this going into the future. So you guys, on that note, I'm the EFC. This is Blue Line CV. I'll catch you guys later with some more videos. Cool.